Hi everyone, I'm Yodayun, and this is a video about The OuterWorlds since I just finished it. The OuterWorlds was everything that I was expecting from it. Really, it's really well done. It's a deep RPG with many different choices. You have different ways of completing quests, of doing stuff in the game, and there are a lot of things to explore, to do, companions to work your way up in terms of relationship and synergy. And there are different builds that you can do. So having just finished it, I'm really satisfied of my experience with the OuterWorlds. Now, it's an Obsidian RPG, and in its way, it's very classical. It's the formula that always worked before, like in New Vegas, that is just put into a modern game with all the graphics and artistic design and artistic direction that you can expect from a modern game. Having said that, I'm okay with it. I'm glad I bought this game, completed it, and it is everything that I was expecting it to be. I know I can go ahead and do a bunch of playthroughs just to get, not a completionist side of things, but just to explore what we can do as different characters. Like a dung run, a melee run, a companion build only run, in which you don't fight, you just let your companions do the work and you are pacifists. You just watch. That can be fun because there is a bunch of skills and perks that enhance all your companions' abilities, which I never done in my first playthrough. I never used any companion's ability. I just followed their story, and they were just next to me when fighting and getting down all the time, which is okay. Long story short, The OuterWorlds is a great RPG. It has a lot of potential for improvements, especially if we consider a DLC or a second iteration of the game in the franchise. For example, you can get better armor, get better modifications, mods, customization, all that kind of stuff, different weapon types, because there are not a lot of them right now. And overall management of the inventory that can use a little bit of tweaking and management and things that are useful in the quality of life of a player when experiencing the game. But otherwise, yeah, the story is pretty mainstream and to be expected from a role-playing game like this one. But it works. It's well done, well written all the way through, and you can replay it multiple times to discover new passage, new dialogue, new ways of completing these quests and stories. So I'm okay with it, definitely. So if you are paying the full price, which I did, $59 for it, make sure that you are gonna probably intend to do multiple runs so that you can get a worth of your money, your spend. If you don't, it's probably not worth 50 euros or 50 or 60 euros or dollars. I completed the game in 40 hours or something like that, so that's really decent for a first run on hard difficulty, not even the hardest. The Supernova difficulty brings all the food, the survival aspect to it, which I didn't really care about for a first run, but could really play with in a second run of the game. So yeah, make sure that your intent to explore it on 100, 200, 400% by doing multiple playthrough before you go full price on it, because that's the main way to get your money's worth. Now, if you do it only once, which is okay, have a blast at it. Look into every corner, listen to all the dialogues, look at every single log entry in the terminals. Sometimes I didn't do it because I wanted to get things moving forward, but actually all the lore that is behind all these terminals, quest logs and everything just brings the world alive, and it's very deep, actually, very, very deep. And I cannot wait for either a DLC or the next installment of this series, because I think as a first episode, it can be a really, really promising franchise. Something that we don't get with Fallout anymore. We're going to get with the Outer Worlds probably in the future. So that's it. I trustfully, wholeheartedly recommend to anyone that is a fan of a shooter RPG with a little bit of customization and depth element to it, a try at least of the Outer Worlds. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you around for the next game. Bye bye.